Welcome to Beyond Our Focus. I'm Stefan, this is Amanda, and this is Breaking Prisms, where we go over Twilight Zone and Black Mirror. Today is Black Mirror, Season 3, that's not 3, Season 3, Episode 3, called Shut Up and Dance. This is January 8th.
Second episode of the year.
Yes, technically. Is it? Yes,
Yeah.
it is. I'm trying to figure things out.
Today was the first episode of the year. Yeah, whatever. Last Tuesday. I don't know. Whatever day it was.
Okay.
The second was the first episode of the year.
No, the first was the first episode of the year.
Of this show.
The first.
Oh, geez. It's Wednesdays.
Yeah, we're not filming on our normal day.
I forgot. Okay.
See?
I don't even know what day it is.
It's all confusing. We don't know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was an interesting one.
Oh, God.
This was an interesting one. I've been saying it for a while. Nice and dark. And dark it was.
Yeah, when you said that it was comparable to the first episode, I was like, oh, that's nice. And then I was like, the first episode, it wasn't that bad. Yes, it was pretty dark, but it wasn't that bad. And then this was, no. Just no.
To me, I feel like this one, in my opinion, felt comparable to the first episode.
Yeah, as far as like...
And to me, this episode also, to me, it felt more like the beginning seasons than what we've seen so far in the third season.
Yeah. I definitely understand the storyline-ish as far as blackmail. That was very reminiscent. Of course, the dark doom and gloom of... Oh, geez. That was very reminiscent of the first one. But I definitely would say that this one is darker than the first one.
Well, the ending gets dark.
Yeah, it gets to places that just, woo! It's like the episode starts up here and just goes down and never comes back up.
No, never.
No,
it ends on the darkest note it can.
Like, you maybe, like, towards the ending go, oh, there's hope, and woo! And
no, this isn't like the first episode, where there's a silver lining to the end of the episode, which kind of gives the means justification to a degree.
Yes.
This isn't there.
No,
I mean, kind of maybe a hint, which we'll get to in the end.
Yes. In a way, yes.
In a way, yes.
I wouldn't say for the characters.
No, not for them. No. But for us, as an audience member, it kind of does.
Yes.
All right. What an episode.
So, we start out on a teenager-ish dude. I don't even know how old he is.
Nope.
Oh, no, we start with the chick.
We start off with a girl driving a car into a parking garage.
Yes.
And getting out and looking scared and getting text messages.
Yes, she looks suspicious. She pops her hood up and she's looking around. She keeps checking, and every noise she hears, she jumps, and then she
bounces.
Reaches under the wheel, or reaches under the hub of the wheel, sets something down, and then reads her message, and she's out. She's
gone.
Yes.
And then we go to the kid.
Which I don't know how old he is. Like 18?
I don't know either. 17? My assumption is around that age, really late teens.
Because he's working, but he's at home still. They don't really show that he goes to school or anything, though. So
no, but I mean,
maybe
this could
right after graduation.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
This is in Britain somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know how their school systems work. I don't know if they even go to school. It's a foreign world, as far as I am concerned. I don't know how it works.
They could have been homeschooled too. So.
There's a million things it could be. I don't know. I
would
refer to him in my notes as the kid. The entire way through. His name is Kevin. I believe it was.
Yes, it was
and
Kevin.
We can refer to him as that, but he was the kid. We don't get named a lot in this episode, so.
No.
So he is the kid.
So we start out with the kid.
The kid.
Wasn't he have his job first? Like, isn't he?
Yeah, I got working, so yeah.
Yeah. So he's cleaning up dishes pretty much, and then he gets called out to a table.
Yeah, there's a spill or something he has to clean up.
So he goes out there, and there's a little girl, and I assume her mother, walking away from the table, and he's like, wait. And then he hands her a toy that she forgot on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And then we move from his workplace to his home.
Yes.
Where he is looking for his laptop that is now missing.
Yes. And he's immediately, as soon as he realizes there's a empty spot on his desk, he calls for his sister. I forgot what his sister's name is.
Don't remember though. Yeah. He's getting names gone. Don't know.
Pretty much just like, sister, I know you took my laptop.
Which she did, because hers is busted.
Yes. So she hands it back. He pretty much takes it from her and is like, well, what did you do? Because the thing's frozen. And she's like, oh, I tried to go on a website where they would let you watch free videos.
Yeah, that or download something to the computer to let her watch free movies,
yes.
Which not always the best idea.
No, especially when you don't know what you're doing.
No.
So he immediately is like, you got a virus on my computer. I got to install something to get rid of the malware.
Yes.
So he downloads a file and it starts scanning his computer, and then it switches to zoom in on the laptop camera as though suddenly somebody is watching.
Well, I didn't even do that. It actually switched over and showed it watching him.
Well, yes. So yeah.
So someone is definitely watching.
So yeah. So he goes through that, and it doesn't really go any further.
No, we go back to work again.
Yes. To which he's, just having his lunch outside when the two guys come around the corner, and they're, of course, showing something on their phone to each other. Which, it's some lady or some chick. Or
yes.
She sent this to you?
Exactly.
Yeah. So he gets some ideas in his head, and
they're not particularly nice to him.
No.
They're big dudes. He's this little shy, I don't know, whatever teen guy kid he is. And
yeah, everyone seems to be very off-putting towards him, except his, I assume, manager.
That's what I assumed as well, is his female boss, who seems to have a liking for him to some degree.
Yeah. So she's always like, hi, see you tomorrow. And he just seems to be that awkward kind of shy kid where he's like, yeah. And of course they make fun of him for it.
Of course.
And his mom seems to be very busy, single mom, out on the dating range again.
That's one of the next scenes we go to right after we go back home, and it shows him putting a lock on his door.
Yes. Because not only did she take his laptop, she's also in his mini fridge getting his Coke. So, stop stealing my cola.
So he's thrown a padlock on there, so she quit taking his crap.
Yes. So she's like, you're mental. Doesn't hear. You're mental. Takes off his headphone. You're mental. And then just...
Yes. And then we see the mom, who's getting ready to go on a date.
Yes.
So, yes. Busy mom. Sister taking his crap. You got this really low position job crap.
Yes. So the house is kind of still, and he's like, he's watching a music video. It's like a VH1 music TV or MTV kind of show, showing music videos.
Yes.
Lots of scandally dressed women.
Yes.
Yeah. Just throwing what they got around, and the sister's just staring at her phone, typing away. So he's like.
He bounces and goes to his room.
Just go upstairs. And then he proceeds to open his laptop and go, I'm going to just do some searching for some things.
Is that what he does? Searching for some things?
Well, it literally just opens up with whatever search engine. You don't see what he's typing, and then he grabs some tissues. He grabs the box of tissues, put it next to him, you're like...
I had to overly clarify that for you. To which... They very much show through the webcam again.
Yes. So, well, he pretty much locks his door, everything like that, and then he proceeds to unbutton his pants, stuff like that, in front of the webcam.
Of course. Yeah. And as worst as possible.
Cuts.
And it cuts. And we come back to him. And then there's a new email that arrives.
Unknown
email.
Just says, hello.
And he pops in and says, we saw what you did. And underneath is a video.
Yes. So he pushes play on the video, and sure enough, it shows him coming into his own room, sitting down in front of the computer.
Yep.
And he's like, oh shit. Like, pretty much, he's kind of just in shock. And then
he's in shock.
Then, as it starts going on, he starts to lose it. Like, the watery eyes, And then then it goes to the same thing. It shows him unzipping his pants, and he slams the laptop closed and runs and locks his door again. I don't know why he went and checked the lock or relocked the door or something.
I don't even know. He had to make sure, I guess.
Well, that's right. He came back from washing his hands, so he might have just left his door unlocked by then. But yes, he slams the door, locks it, and then they're like, reply with your phone number, or we're sending the video out.
Yeah, we'll leak the video. To which he's very hesitant about sending it.
Types out the number, quickly deletes it, thinks about it for a minute, and types it again.
To which he gives them the number. And then he receives a text message.
Yes. So he sits down. Well, it says that wait for your text. You will be activated.
Tell no one we are watching.
Yes. And so he sits down on his bed, has pretty much a panic attack, and then the next day.
Yep. And he is back at work.
He literally
just
walks in.
arrives at work.
Yes.
And then gets a text message.
Yep. Unknown.
You are activated.
I'm a spy.
Pretty much.
So it literally tells him he needs to be at this location.
But it said 2 o'clock originally.
Yes.
Or we'll leak the video.
And then literally it shows the location. It says 15 miles, 52 minutes away. And they said you need to be there in 45.
Well, this is after he texted back. Saying, I'm at work.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you need to be there in 45 minutes.
Yes. So, which he looks at and is like 52 minutes away.
Exactly. Not going to be easy.
So, he literally turns around, walks over to his boss lady, and is like, I'm not feeling well. What you just got here. I'm about to throw up. Okay, just let somebody... Oh, no,
And
you're
he's
already gone.
Which, at that point... I don't even know if I would have asked at that point. At that point, it's like, I'm just out. It doesn't even matter at this point. I have to go.
Yeah. I think at that, just make some weird gagging noises as you're running by, and then just, yeah.
She seemed cool enough with him. She'd probably be cool with it.
Yeah.
Or she'd understand.
Yes.
Probably.
So he gets his bike, and he's just flying.
Oh, he's flying on his little bicycle.
How he flew 15 miles when it said it was supposed to take 52 minutes. How he flew.
I mean, 52, 45... I mean, when it tells you that estimate, it's telling like at a normal average speed. It's not like if you race as fast as you can, you'll make it in 52 minutes.
So he literally...
So he only made up like 7 minutes.
He's weaving through traffic. He almost takes a door out or gets taken out by somebody's car door. And let's see, he pretty much stops at a building and looks up.
It was a parking garage again.
Yeah, and they're like, you need to be there. You
have 90 seconds.
So he's like, and of course he's pedaling uphill.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's no way he made that in 90 seconds.
No.
But they weren't going to leak this if he was 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
On the sheer fact they're using him.
Yeah.
It's the whole point. They just need to prove a point. No, you're going to do this, or we're going to.
So he's literally on the building and he says, I'm here. To which he gets the text message back.
Wait.
So he just kind of chills out for a minute. And then you see someone show up on a little scooter.
Yep, little scooter.
With a box on the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
So this gentleman gets off his bike, takes off his helmet, goes around, or pretty much looks at him for a minute, and goes around, opens the thing, and pulls out a white box.
Yep, gives it him, and then he proceeds to take a picture of him.
Yes. He's like, they told me to do it.
Yep.
And he's like, well, he's pretty much trying to ask at the point, what's going on? Who are these people? I can't help you.
Well, he doesn't know. He's like, yeah, I can't help you. I don't know what's going on. They tell you to do things, you got to do it. If you do what they won't, they'll let you be.
Yeah. So pretty much he's just like, I can't help you anymore. Gets on his bike, puts on his helmet, and he's gone.
Yep.
That's all you see of him. And then he gets a little ding, looks at his phone, and it pretty much says, take it to this address.
Yep. Bring the box to whatever address. Room 121.
I forgot what time they gave him this time.
He had more time. It wasn't as the time was not a huge issue at this point.
But
he attempts to go on his bicycle and can't really hold the box and ride his bike, to which you just see him walk off with the box.
Yeah, which the guy clearly said, it's fragile. And then, so, he can't just shove it in his backpack. And then, so he literally is like struggling, just lets his bike fall and just
Next thing we see, he's on a bus.
Yeah.
So
he decides to open the box, which I'm surprised there wasn't a little note or anything about that. But yes, he decides.
Well, they didn't care if he saw what was in there.
He opens the box, and it's literally a cake that just says, "I love you."
Yep. Very non-suspicious.
Yes. So, honestly, when I first saw the cake and what it said, and them saying you need to take it to this address, everything, I literally thought it was going to be a humiliation point. Like, he was going to show up at his boss's house or something and, like, have to hand her a cake that says, "I love you" on it. Like, I literally thought that's what it was going to be.
Yeah, that's
not even
close. That's not where we go from here.
No.
So he arrives at the hotel, gets to room 121, knocks on the door, to which the guy's like, who is it? Like, I got a delivery. I didn't order anything.
Go away. He's like, knocks on the door again, pretty much like, it's a cake.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't order any cake. Go away. So he literally types back, he won't open the door.
Yep. He says, tell him Mandy sent you. Or Mindy. Mindy sent you.
So he knocks on the door again, and it's like, what do you want? Just stop. He's like, Mindy sent me? Like, he was so awkward about it. Like, I don't know. So after a moment, the guy drags him in there because he doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, he looks down the hallways to see if anyone saw the kid, and then just kind of pulls him in.
The kid goes in. He's like, with the cake, so I don't know. They told me to do this. I don't know what's going on.
He's like, what are you talking about? They?
Who's they?
Yeah. And he's like, how did you get this address? All this kind of stuff. And then he's like, you told me Mindy sent you. How do you know Mindy? He's like, I don't know Mindy.
They know Mindy. Blah, blah, blah. I have the text messages, blah, blah. Well, let me see your phone.
Yes. So he looks through all the messages, and then you hear the guy's phone go off.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks over to his phone, opens it up, and it's like, ding, ding, ding. And he just has this look
of dread, knowing that, oh yeah, no, he's involved now.
Yeah.
He's totally involved.
So he goes off to use the restroom because he needs a minute and comes back and just starts drinking.
Well, he needs more than a minute. I'm pretty sure he puked in the bathroom. Pretty sure you hear him like, oh!
I don't know. I was listening on headphones. I maybe not heard.
Yeah. We're all pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Was that in your subtitles? Just barfing?
Well, I heard my headphones. The ones I were using.
Oh.
So, but yeah, because it's not good. It's not good news.
No.
Blackmail is never good.
So he comes out again, opens his fridge, gets some little bottles of liquor, starts downing them.
Oh, yeah.
And the kid's like, I don't know what's going on. I don't. So he's like, were the messages from them? And he's like, yeah.
When she informs them, well, we have to take this. It's like, why do we have to do this? Like as they said, and then he gets a text from saying, y'all together or something, go take this, whatever, this new location they have to go.
Yes. So he's like, we need a car. It's like, what do you mean we need a car? What kind of car? I don't know what kind of car. It's in a parking garage.
Mm-hmm.
So they skip off together with the cake.
Yep, and they go into the parking garage to find a car that's the exact same one we saw from the very beginning of the show.
And sure enough, he reaches under the wheel well, and there's the keys. So now we know where the tie-in's at.
She was involved. She got the car. The one guy got the cake. Gave the cake to the kid. The kid got a driver. And now they're going somewhere.
Yes. So they have the vehicle. And the first thing is, can you drive? I don't think I should be driving. I just had a drink back there if you didn't see me. And he's like, I kind of know how to... I'll drive.
I haven't passed my test yet. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So pretty much you be the navigator.
We got to be there by 2. It's going to be tight, but we can get there.
Yes. So they start upon their journey.
That they do. To which they get in the conversation. Well, what do they have you for?
Oh, God.
And the guy, apparently, this hotel room, he was supposed to meet Mindy, the prostitute.
Yes. So pretty much the kid doesn't talk the entire time really. The guy just goes on a giant rant about what, like, it was a prostitute, I've been married for this long, I have a family, I have kids. It's just, you get bored, and then he's like, I'm not justifying it. But I know that if someone were to find out, I'd lose my kids. She would take the kids. I know she would take the kids. And hell if that's going to happen. So I'm going to do whatever they want me to do. And then he's like, what about you?
Well, also, this guy, I don't know anything else he's played in, but he does play in Game of Thrones.
Oh, well, I haven't watched Game of Thrones.
I know. I'm just saying, in general, he is in Game of Thrones. He's a pretty good character in Game of Thrones. So, just throwing that out there.
No, I don't know if I've seen this guy.
Yeah, so which the kid doesn't really kind of describe what he did.
They just like, all I did was look at a couple pictures and...
They filmed me.
Yes, they filmed me. They filmed you. Yes, they filmed me. It's like, okay, and then he's, oh, okay, so you were, doing things. Like, you were jerking off, and every time the guy said something, some form of it. No, the first thing he said is, they filmed me doing it. Oh, having sex? No, they filmed me doing, jerking off. I got it. And then... He
makes it seem like it's not that bad a thing at the moment.
Yes.
It's not that bad. It's not terrible. Not compared to what he's been caught for.
Like, literally, this'll destroy my family. You'll be okay. So then they...
And then before the conversation can really even end, it goes, how long has that been blinking?
Well, how long have the lights been on? Why does that always happen? I mean, I've been there
Whoever got the car didn't fill up the gas tank.
So they have to stop at a gas station, which he proceeds to tell the kid to go in and pay.
See, I thought this was going to be worse than it was.
Yes, I did too.
It was very much, here's my card, my PIN number is 3109.
Yeah.
Tell me it back. Okay, we're at pump 4. And he goes in, and they get up there. She's like, it's 3189.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah.
31, and then I forgot the number myself. I'm like, crap. To which he gets it wrong once. And I'm like, here it comes. Something's going to happen. And he gets it right. And you're good.
Well, yeah, because she kind of looks at him. And the way she's looking at him, I'm looking at the situation like, oh my goodness, is she going to think he stole someone's credit card? Like, is this going to be fraud? But then I thought about it and I was like, no, in normal situations, they'll be like, oh, that must be your dad out there. You should go ask him what the PIN is again.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. But this feels like it's something prepped to mess everything up.
Well, it may, like, he even starts looking at her like that's what it's going to be.
Because he's scared to death about everything.
So he comes out and sure enough, the man's talking to some lady.
Apparently he knows her.
At first I thought it was his wife. Like, his wife randomly happened to be there.
Oh, that would be funny. That would be hilarious.
I was like, oh my god. But then he's like, oh, this is my nephew. And I was like, okay, that's obviously not.
Not the wife. Cannot be the wife. He's like, yeah, we're just taking him to the train station. Could you give me a ride home? It's on the way.
Oh my god.
So he's like, well, he's really, really in a rush. She's like, well, it's en route. You don't even have to slow down much. I can just hop out.
Yeah, like, you don't even have to pause. I'll just tuck and roll. Just tuck and roll.
Fine.
Why not? So she gets in. Oh, I'll just sit in the back then, because they both go for the front doors. And then I don't want to sit on your cake, or I don't want to sit on your box. Oh, that's just a cake. Oh, a cake. It's like, oh my god, this is so awkward. So she tries to make great conversation on the way there.
Oh, like, does she ever?
Like, oh, where are you from? To which he says he's from a phone. Well, it's not a phony place, but just from a place he's probably never been in his life.
Yeah, I think Birmingham.
Yeah.
Birmingham. Oh, my husband's from Birmingham. What part?
Course. The South. To which the man is just looking at the situation like, oh my god.
It's just getting worse and worse.
And suddenly, it's bing, bing, both of them.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Their phones are going off. You're going the wrong way.
Turn around.
Yes. We see your GPS. And it's like, You're going the wrong... You are off route. You are going the wrong way. Turn around. And you're just like, if it's on the way, how did they get...
Because they weren't going to the train station. He just lied to her.
That's right. I forgot.
That's not where they were going at all. He just made up a lie. It happened to be that she lived in the same direction, which made him where they had no choice now but to go in that direction.
I forgot. Like, I was sitting there thinking, like, why is it telling him they're going the wrong way? I didn't even, for some reason...
His lie screwed them.
So, yes.
It's like you have 20 minutes to which he starts booking it.
Yes. She suddenly shuts up.
Oh, they're drifting around corners and
then she's like, this is me. And he, like, burns out right in front of her place. She closes the door. Okay, it was nice seeing you.
Oh, Lord.
And he speeds off, which I, again, thought something bad was going to happen. Because she just gave this space when she was in the back, like, it was most likely the, oh my goodness, you just made me nauseous face, but to me it was almost like a I smell alcohol face. So I thought as soon as they got out of the vehicle and it sped away, she was going to be like, hey, police, just to let you know.
She wouldn't just call on her friend.
If it's a drunk driver...
She wouldn't just call on her friend like that for no reason.
I'm just saying...
She wouldn't have. Too much.
Either way, drunk driver. No. I thought she was going to call the wife.
The wife.
Yes.
Well, that would make more
like,
sense.
hey, just to let you know, your husband's taking your effort to the station, but I think he might have been drinking. Just to let you know, maybe you should come get him.
No, that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Much better excuse than the cops.
Yes. I don't know. The police,
Anyways.
the wife, someone.
They get to said location.
Yes.
To which they get another text. Look in the cake.
This is the weirdest thing ever. You carried this cake, it's fragile, and now they just want you to dig in.
Well, it's a good hiding place.
What if you're just...
Might be good too. A good hiding place. So they reach in and pull out this plastic bag that has sunglasses, a hat, and a gun.
And then they're like, they get a message that says, you have
5 minutes
to decide. Decide what?
Who's the driver? Who's the robber?
And then they look up and they're in front of a bank. So the guy immediately is like, well, I'm the driver.
Yep. He doesn't hesitate. We're not going to discuss this. I'm the driver.
You said you couldn't drive. I'm the driver.
Exactly.
So you're going to have to go in there. And the boy's like, no. No. I'm not doing this.
Is the kid's name Kevin?
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's Kevin. I think it was something similar to Kevin.
The only other thing it could be was Kenny.
Maybe in Kenny.
I don't know. All I know is that when they were at the gas station, she's like, my name's Karen. We're both K's.
I know, but even when I said Kevin earlier, it's like, doesn't sound right. And even more so in this, once he's trying to convince the kid to do it, it's like, you could be Kevin Bacon for all they know.
Yeah.
But I don't think his name was Kenny. I don't think it was Kevin.
I thought it was Kevin.
I don't know. He's a kid.
Because when he said Kevin, and then he's like, you put on the hat, you put on the sunglasses, they won't know who you are. For all you know, they could be Kevin Bacon. And I was like, they're not going to know that you're Kevin. You could be Kevin Bacon. And I was like, I could have swore it was Kevin.
It just doesn't sound right. All right, we're going to find out here in just a second.
So pretty much, he's like, hey, this kid starts freaking out. He's like, all I did was look at some pictures. I'm pretty sure he repeated that again. And the guy's like, yeah, but your friends, everybody you know is going to see that footage. They're going to
he makes it earlier, not a big deal. Now, the biggest deal known to man.
Yes. Like, your people at work are going to see that.
Kenny.
Kenny?
His name is Kenny.
Well.
Told you it sounded better. It sounded right.
You said it was Kevin in the first place, so.
Didn't sound right.
Anyways, you said you weren't going to call it. You said he was the kid.
I figured he
was the kid.
That's why I called him the kid. It was easier.
Kenny the kid. Anyways, so He's like, your mom is gonna see this. Your friends are gonna see this. Everybody at work is gonna see it. And he just blows the entire situation up.
Oh, he does.
The kid is bawling his eyes out.
He's terrified. Like, you'll leave me.
Yeah.
One thing, this guy ain't going nowhere. They got crap on him too. He ain't going nowhere. He's going to stick around.
He's like, no, I'm not leaving. I will be right here. Yeah, I can't go anywhere.
Right, you can't.
Yeah.
He's in all this. He ain't going to just drive off as soon as you walk in the building.
So the kid like pretty much puts on the hat. The guy's like, it's okay, and he's like, don't touch me. Like the kid's like getting into the zone pretty much. He's like making noises and just like and then he gets out of the vehicle and then puts on sunglasses and just like
because that's really gonna hide you that well.
Yellow sunglasses of all things. Yellow sunglasses, like that's really gonna make a difference. I thought he was gonna at least pop his hood up.
Something would have helped a little bit more to hide him, but no, didn't do much of anything.
Just put a hat on, put the sunglasses on, grabs the gun, and starts walking towards the building. And you're like, this is going to be horrible. This is going to be so awkward.
And then it's not really. He goes in and he pulls the gun, immediately pees himself.
Yes. She of course is like this, then it focuses on the peeing himself, and I thought he was going to shoot somebody because he was shaking the gun so bad. I'm like,
he was terrified.
This is going to be horrible. He's going to accidentally shoot somebody, and that's going to be it. So they... She's like, do you want me to use your bag? And so he, like, tosses it over the counter, and she starts... And he, of course, pans over to other people, making sure, I see you guys. And then she's like, I'm going to hand this bag back to you. It's okay.
Yeah. Very easy. And he walks out. And the car's gone.
Yep. I was like, damn. What if they gave him a little notification that said, leave him?
Leave him. It would not have surprised.
Yeah.
But to which he looks around, he panics, and the car just comes right beside him.
Yeah. He's like, there was a guy looking at me weird. I got freaked out, and I had to go.
And then they head off. And the kid's like, go faster! Yeah. It's like, the speed limit is 40. The last thing we want to do is get pulled over for speeding. Which I completely agree.
And then, of course, the guy noticed that he has peed himself. And, of course, he tries to hide it. And it's like, I'm sure he can smell the kid. Just so you know. But
it's one of the things he understood.
Yeah.
Like, this is a rough situation. You did have to do the harder of the two things.
Yeah.
I just stayed out here in the vehicle.
I'll be okay. You'll be okay. We won't talk about it. We won't bring it up ever. So they just drive off, and suddenly there's something in the road.
Weird construction. I mean, we set up there's a light. This is like, we got nothing like this.
No. There's a light with an arrow that literally points to the right-hand side, but the construction people are on the right-hand side. It doesn't make...
Well, I don't care about the arrow. It had a red light, and it's going to let you to know when to go, so you can go around the curve. And it's like doing everything instead of this guy standing out here with a sign,
with a little radio that says, "Hey, you clear up there. Okay, we're switching."
Yeah, I mean,
so
it was a pretty nifty little system.
Yeah. So literally, they're stopped, and he's like, and you just hear. And he's like, do you hear that? And he's like, it's fine, we're going to be fine. And you faintly hear sirens.
This guy, very good about keeping his calm.
Oh, yeah.
He keeps his cool under everything.
So he's waiting, and the kid's just like... So then, it's in the green.
It's in green. And he starts to go, and then the cop flies around the corner, and they have to stop, and he just goes around him. He goes past. Probably to the bank.
Yeah, probably.
Because as soon as he left, I guaranteed the police were informed.
So they continue on their way.
Yep, continue on their way to the next location, which turns out to be pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. They're like, are you sure this is the right spot? Because it's literally at the bottom of a hill, and it's just grass everywhere.
Well, there's like a big thing of trees up at the top of it, wherever that is, where I don't know.
So they just sit there for a minute, and then just bing. I think he gets the notification, the man gets a notification first that says, pretty much, ditch the car, destroy it. Yep. Like, just get rid of the car.
Leave and destroy the car. Alone.
Yes.
And then the kid gets a notification, bring the money to the location, alone.
He's like, why do I to go by myself. And the guy's like, I don't know. I don't know, but you should probably go ahead and do what you gotta do. And
because his part was done.
yes. So the kid gets out of the vehicle, and the guy kind of stops him. He's like, hey, I just want you to know that besides everything that's happened, I want you to know I'm not that bad of a guy. Like, under normal circumstances, and I wish you luck.
Yeah, but my part's done. You have fun with whatever you're doing. I'm going to go.
So he leaves. They kind of wave each other off, and the kid starts heading up the hill.
Yeah. Up the hill into the
go.
woods. To which we discover a new guy.
Yeah, he's just kind of chilling, just standing there next to a giant box.
Yep.
And the kid stops, and the guy's like, whoa, wait. Like, just... I'm apparently supposed to set this thing off first. And pulls a giant-ass drone out of a box. Turns it on, and you can... it's the giant camera attached to it.
Yep, and he's like, did you bring the prize money?
Prize money? What money? What prize? Like, they didn't tell you? No.
We gotta fight.
He's like, the prize money for the fight. What fight?
I'm not aware of whatever fight we're supposed to be going on here.
Like, we're supposed to fight. And it's like, what? How long? How do we know who wins?
It just gets more insane, insane.
And he's like, he's just taking off his sweaters, getting down to his t-shirt, and the kid's like, how do we know who wins? And then you just see on his screen, fight him now to the death. And so the guy starts walking forward and
pulls out the gun which he had from the robbery.
And the kid...
Well, that's like... That's what I'm talking about right there.
Smart thinking.
Yeah.
There's this... Bam. And the guy immediately starts breaking down in tears.
Yeah, he was like, oh, crap.
Like, I didn't know this was going to be that kind of fight.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry. I want to live. He is bawling. He has his hands up. And the kid's looking at him like, dude, I can't do this. So he's just...
He puts the gun to his own chin.
Yeah.
And without a drastic hesitation, pulls the trigger.
I actually thought that's how it was going to end.
Which it could have. Yeah. And I could have actually seen it actually ending right there and being done.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. There's no bullets in the gun.
No, it's just a click. And the guy's face just goes, aha!
And he goes towards him.
Yes. So you just see him thrown to the ground, and you hear grunting and punching and grunting and punching.
And then we switch off.
To the man.
Back to the gentleman driving the car.
So he makes it home.
Mm-hmm.
He checks on his kids.
And he gets a text message.
Which is just I forgot what meme, it's the laughing face. I can't remember exactly
It's not even the laughing, it's the grinning, squinty-eyed, distorted meme face, which I don't know what it's called.
I know what this is, but I don't know it. I can't remember.
Either
way.
I haven't seen it in a while.
It's the smirky snide one, where it's just like...
And then he just kind of ignores it, and he goes into the room where his wife is, and sees her looking at the computer, and she's crying, and she... says something.
She's bawling out her eyes, or you can see her mascara is running down her face. She looks at him, and she's like, Mindy?
Yeah.
And you're like, well...
They leaked it anyway. After everything, they still leaked it.
So then we go over to the woman that was from the beginning of the episode, and she gets, ding, looks at her phone, the same little guy.
And then it pans to her computer, which there's an article.
Yes. Something, what is it, CEO, racist
emails, something along those lines. And they switch back to the kid at some point right here, showing him walking away. Showing that he apparently won the fight somehow.
Apparently he's like bloodied up, but he is walking away.
And they switch back off again. They show the gentleman who was on the scooter.
Yes.
And a bunch of yelling and him being called a pervert.
Yeah.
But we don't know what actually happened to him.
No, oh, shit. We'll get back to that in a minute. We forgot the most important part of this entire thing.
I was going to just bring it up at the end.
Oh, okay. We'll go with that then.
Because, yes, we skipped one tiny little piece.
But it's the biggest piece.
It's the biggest piece, and it's the end.
Yes. So we'll jump back to that in a minute. But
In a moment.
They show the guy, he's surrounded by his family. Someone's yelling at him saying, oh, so this is what you are, you're a pervert. Meanwhile, in the background, there's more people yelling at each other. So you don't really know. You don't know if maybe he cheated on her, if he's sleeping with someone in his family. I don't know.
Well, see, it almost seemed more like maybe him and his spouse fighting with their parents or one of the parents. I don't know. There's not a lot of description, but yes. So they leaked everything to everyone, even though.
Yeah, they did all these things, and it did not matter because, in the end, everything was out.
So we switch back finally to the kid who has won the fight.
Yes.
And he's getting a phone call from his mother.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I guess she probably would be worried about him. It's dark, and he's been gone. Who knows how long?
An entire day, yeah.
So he answers it. And it's his mother.
Yes.
Because again, they've leaked everything.
Yes. So the footage has been leaked, and there was
apparently what he was looking at on the computer also was leaked. Not just him, but what he was looking at on the computer.
Yes. So if we jump back a couple scenes before the fight starts.
Yes.
He is like. The kid, after finding out he has to fight to the death, is like, all I did was look at a couple pictures. Like, that's all I did. Like, and the guy's like, yeah, so did I. And he's like, how young were they? And the kid doesn't answer. The kid's like, it was just a couple pictures. And he's just shaking his head, and he's like, how young were they? And the kid would not answer. He's like, yeah, me too. So you realize.
And then we cut back to where the mom, she's like, kids?
Yes. They told me they were kids. They're saying it's kids. Everybody has seen this. Your sister got it. Every one of her friends got it. They're telling me this. Tell me it's not true. Kenny, tell me it's not true. Kids.
And then we see blue lights. Apparently gave away his location as well. And the cops are there.
Yes. So not only has he just been caught for pedophilia, but for all we know, he also just murdered someone.
Yeah. May or may not have just murdered this other guy, who also.
It's a pedophile.
Yeah, so. And that silver lining, that's tiny, neat, tiny, little bitty silver lining to this whole episode, is that this episode, in a strange way, is kind of like vigilante justice.
It reminds me of the one episode, I don't remember what it's called, White Bear?
Yeah, White Bear.
Where by the end of it, you realize that she was the criminal.
Yeah, maybe, the whole time you feel sorry for this person.
Yes.
But by the time you get to the end of it, it's like, oh, well, never mind.
Yes. You realize that. So everything that's going on is actually a big, giant, you did something, you're paying for it.
Everyone in the episode did something.
Yes.
That's how they're being blackmailed to begin with. And different degrees of somethings, which will upset certain people. But the worst two people in the episode was the kid and the guy you had to fight.
Yes. So they literally had a fight. And here's the thing, is that I don't know. Could it be that not only was his stuff, like you said, how, okay, not only his footage got leaked, but what he was seeing got leaked. It's like, was it that, or was it the drone footage? Him saying, how young were they? And then him pretty much.
I feel like it was both.
Because if you're going to film a fight, you're going to post it somewhere.
But he never, overly admitted it.
Yeah.
So I feel like they had to have leaked what he was looking at as well. That would make more sense. If he had access to the camera, I guaranteed access to whatever he was watching.
Well, yeah, it was a program that literally scans his entire computer.
So I guarantee there was probably stuff. One of the reasons he didn't like her having his computer.
Yes.
And so they knew what was on it. So I guarantee everything got leaked.
Yes. So this was one of those episodes that it's like you said, you feel sorry the entire episode. You think this is an awkward kid that's been picked on the entire episode, or just kind of been, everything was so harsh on him. And you're like, dude, he's just a kid. He's just a kid that's shy and awkward and just kind of jerked off in front of his computer.
Until you find out, maybe not.
Not really. And I had mentioned before we started this episode that I had this weird feeling vibe around him, and it was just little hints and stuff from his interaction with the child at the diner or wherever he worked. I know you said you didn't pick up on it, but for me, just the way he focused completely on the child, the entire conversation between them. I mean, you brought up a good point where it's like maybe he felt more comfortable speaking to the little girl and not to the adult because of how awkward he is.
There's no telling. I mean, when you look back at the episode, it's like, yes, they laid out hints of everything throughout the episode.
Well, this was the first time I watched it,
Yes,
though.
exactly. Well, I'm saying, once you look back, it's like, okay, well, it's definitely more obvious now.
Yes. And then,
box cutter.
Oh, okay. I was like, you just broke your chair.
No, I don't.
But then it's like, also, I had mentioned that it's like, you also know something is going on because by the time they tell you, hey, you're going to go rob a bank for us. I'm sorry, but if my worst crime was just, getting jiggy with myself in front of a camera, leak it. I don't care. Like, go ahead. If it's between my friends, family, whatever, possibly seeing this, maybe losing my job, and robbing a bank, I'll go with the option.
Yes. For how much they got him to do, he went a long ways for something that, not great and definitely going to be humiliating. Yeah. But maybe isn't worth robbing a bank and all the other things he had to get to.
Like, even as awkward as he was, it's just no. I'm sorry. At that point, you'd just be like, it's fine. Like, even when the guy was like, this is going to destroy my family, you just jerked off in front of a camera. Like, I would have been like, I agree with you. I'm getting out of the vehicle now. You have shown me the way. I'm gone. So yeah.
Yeah. A very dark, twisted episode about weird vigilante justice, essentially. People really good with computers, really seeking justice for things that may normally wouldn't have gotten justice for. Interesting.
I don't know. It was crazy. It was a good episode, but it was just crazy.
Is that St. Junipero is next. And it's a fantastic episode.
Is that like the one that you've been talking about for weeks?
Well, essentially since the very beginning. Me ever mentioning Black Mirror, this is the episode that I like.
Okay, well next is Twilight Zone, and then that one.
Well, the next Black Mirror episode will be...
I didn't look up the next Twilight Zone.
I don't know what it was. It's an episode of something. It'll happen. I don't know what it is. But yes, the next Black Mirror episode will be St. Junipero. Or San Junipero, not Saint. I think it's S-A-N. Kind of like San Antonio or San Diego. It's San Junipero.
The zoo. San Diego Zoo.
Oh, there's a zoo. Just take your
There's
word.
a zoo.
Sure. We'll just have to take your word on that. I'm not. All right, let's see. Next will be episode 11 of the Twilight Zone called "And When the Sky Was Opened." 3 U.S. astronauts blast into space in an experimental rocket ship. During the test flight, the ship suddenly disappears from radar, then reappears.
Interesting.
Don't know.
We're going into space.
Yeah, we're
going into space next episode.
So yeah, it'll be interesting.
Which seems to be a trend in Twilight Zone. We've been to space a couple of times. We went on to an asteroid prison with some robot lady dolls that just got left there. Got shot and left.
I just saw episodes I didn't recognize the names of. And just because I didn't recognize, forgot some of the names of the newest season. I was going to go to the third one, make sure what it was actually called.
But yes, that was the conclusion of Shut Up and Dance.
Shut Up and Dance. Interesting episode name, too. It was 52 minutes. The next one is an hour and 1 minute. So a little bit longer. It is called San Junipero.
And let's see, by now, most of you have probably watched the interactive Black Mirror special.
It's out. At some point, how do we want to do that? It's a movie.
I don't know.
It is a it's an interactive movie. So how do we want to proceed? I can't wait to get to San Junipero. Like, that's all I want to do is get to that episode. I love that episode. But we have another episode. Do we want to wait 2 weeks on that? Do we want to say, maybe we push Twilight Zone off one because we want to jump into the movie? It's not season 5. It's a special movie called Boulder Dash?
No, it's called Bender Snatch.
Bender Snatch. It's a long
Boulder
word.
Dash?
I think we have a game called Boulder Dash or something like that.
Yes, Boulder Dash is a game. And also it's a Crash Bandicoot game or something. It's a part of Crash Bandicoot. Anyways.
So we will figure out how we're going to do that.
I still have to figure out how to watch it, okay?
Well, I mean...
I literally pulled it up on my phone and it said, "This is an incompatible device. Watch it on your smartphone." And I'm like, excuse me.
Come on, that's not even called a smartphone anymore. It's called a dumb phone.
Oh, don't listen. Okay, anyways.
So we're going to have to figure that out. Or we'll just do a special episode? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do yet. We got to figure that out.
2019's already,
starting off interesting, but we'll figure it out. Next episode is Twilight Zone, then it'll be San Junipero, and at some point, Bender Snatch will be the episode. But
I'm curious to know why it's called that. Go ahead.
As always, you can reach me at Stars Untraveled. Reach Amanda at Casey Pup. Reach the show at Beyond Our Focus on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, podcast services, and YouTube. Please like the channel, subscribe to the channel, leave some comments down below. Let us know what's happening, how you like the episode, how you like Black Mirror, what you're planning on going. I don't know.
Breathe, it's okay.
No, I can't wait for. See, I thought we were going to get the new season of Black Mirror.
Oh, okay.
We didn't. We got a movie instead. But the new season we're going to get sometime soon, so I cannot wait for that.
Send us emails, fan mail. It'd be fun to read our first emails on what's in the box.
You could just leave a comment. I mean,
well, it'd be funny.
Why does it have to be an email?
It would be funny.
What's wrong? Why an email? What is an email going to do?
Because no one uses email anymore, okay?
It's outdated.
Well,
it's outdated and just not useless. I mean, it's useless now. It's just no one likes it.
You guys need to prove him wrong and send us an email.
Or you could just leave a comment.
Shut it.
That's so much easier. You're already here. You're already here. Till next time, long days and pleasant nights.